Okay, parents of teens who have to deal with erratic and unpredictable behavior, this one is for you. It is a Reacts video from the summer blockbuster Inside Out 2. Let's take a look.
Riley, you aren't packed yet?
You're always on me! Can't you just lay off for like 1 second?
I'm pausing here because I'm really curious, what do you think of Mom's reaction? In the comments section, tell me if you think it was good, reasonable, unreasonable. I'd really like to hear your thoughts on it. Here's my take. It looks reasonable, but it's actually hitting one of the worst buttons you can with a teenager. It's trying to make her feel guilty and shamed. And especially with teenagers, although I'd venture to say with most of us, moves that make us feel guilty and shamed tend to not work. And as we can see here, Riley, of course, because she's erratic, is making it seem like, the mom is a completely impossible person. But the opening line actually hits identity buttons. And from a negotiation perspective, whether it's with a teen or anybody else, I don't want to start with an identity button that basically says, you're irresponsible, you've not done what you're supposed to do, and I'm disappointed in you. And that's exactly what this opening line does.
Overreact much?
I barely touched it. Those morons broke the console.
Riley, what's wrong?
Oh, Mom looks sad.
I'm the worst!
Oh no, honey.
I barely touched it.
That's what I said.
Let the professional handle this. I'm too gross to go to camp or anywhere ever again! Oh yeah, this is totally broken.
Well, we all knew this day would come.
Remember, we agreed not to make a big deal about this.
But she really does stink.
Oh, it's bad.
Remain calm. Stick to the prepared script.
I want to stop before we see the prepared script. So I love the fact that we're getting this internal voice of the mom. And part of what we're seeing here, though, is these conflicting voices going on with her. And then this sense of, instead of kind of reacting to what's actually happening, we're going to go with a prepared script. So many, many times in a negotiation, particularly when people are over-prepared, and it is clear mom has prepared for this puberty moment of her daughter, that we can see what's actually happening, but we prepared so well, we stick to the script. Really good negotiators, though, they do the preparation for sure, but they don't have scripts, they understand the terrain, and they react live to what's actually happening in the moment. So this notion that negotiation is not so much like playing the music in a symphony, but rather it's playing an improv the way jazz would be done. And mom is kind of missing that here because she's not listening to any of the other voices in her head except stick to the prepared script.
You are not gross, honey. You're just changing. Remember that beautiful butterfly we saw in the park last week? Well, that butterfly began as a caterpillar, and just like that caterpillar, easy wings. But if you have questions,
Gosh, Mom, just go away! Ah!
Okay, so let's pause here. Gosh, if you're a parent right now, you are probably feeling for Riley's mom. I'm feeling for Riley's mom. And yet, it's not that hard to coach her here because what Riley's mom is doing is what so many of us do when we see someone who seems in distress or troubled. We try to problem solve. And what we see here is something called minimizing, right? No, you're actually okay. You're wonderful, you're just changing. What would be a better move here? Well, from a negotiation perspective, it's simply an active listening move. It's acknowledging the emotion that you see, whether or not you think it's appropriate or called for. Just acknowledging the emotion would actually allow Riley to just kind of simmer And what she really needs here is to simmer. But the kind of minimizing of her reaction actually ends up making her feel not heard and causing another overreaction. So as we can see, right, this minimizing, this attempt to kind of cover it over actually results in Riley losing it and walking out. So what do you do in that walkout moment? Well, the thing not to do is to chase Riley, right? That wouldn't work. I think the thing to do right now is to appreciate that the person on the other side, in this case, Riley, has a very, very wide range of emotions and conflicting thoughts in her head. And we see that at the very end of the clip, right? Where she's not even listening to the mom because she's trying to listen to like 10 different voices in her mind. And so from a parental perspective, recognizing that those moments when your kid isn't listening, it isn't an intentional move to ignore you or disrespect you. It's that they need some coaching and some space and some time to learn how to listen to the multiplicity of voices in their head and also whatever messages they're getting from you. And boy, even as adults, we need that. Inside Out 2, by the way, is filled with many, many other really fun negotiation moments, particularly ones that deal with the complexity of emotions, both across the negotiation table and also inside our own head. So I want to encourage you now, if you have fun with this one, watch this next one, which is from Inside Out 1. And before you have cognitive overload in your head, make sure you subscribe to my channel, like this video, and ring the bell so you never miss more exciting videos from me. I'm Bob Bordone. Thanks for watching and see you on the next video. Okay, it's not difficult to keep watching. Click, click.